Hi, what's up everyone? My name is Eti Mokobot, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you some self-esteem techniques, personal building techniques that you need to achieve success. So get ready. My job is to inspire you. My job is to make sure that I provide you with relevant information, relevant knowledge that would help you to stand out in all you do, to stand out in your business, to stand out in your personal life, to stand out in all that you set to achieve. So in this video, I'll be talking about some powerful self-esteem techniques, self-esteem and personal development techniques. Before I begin, if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate if you can just take a few minutes and just click on the subscribe button just below, and also turn on the notification bell to stay notified once I drop new videos for you, inspiring videos for you. And also share and like the video if you find the content of this video very valuable. All right, so let's begin. Before I talk about self-esteem or I talk about self-development, I want you to first of all know what self is. Your self is only a structure that contains the organized and stable content of one's thoughts, personal experiences, and feelings. So it means you are simply what you think, what you feel, and your experiences. Your experiences actually forms your perception and gives you perspectives about life. Whatever you have experienced has a way to also influence how you think and how you feel. So self is only a structure that contains the organized and stable content of your thought, personal experiences, and feelings. So you cannot be more than what you have experienced, more than what you think, and more than what you feel. That's why you always hear, for example, the law of manifestation saying that your outside manifestation is a reflection of your inner self. And if you look at scriptures, even Jesus said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. It means that whatever goes on your inside, whatever you think and feel, is always what will manifest on the outside, because you cannot be too different from what you are thinking and from what you're feeling, because how you think and how you act is a product of what you're thinking and what is going through your mind. Now let us move. What are the techniques you need to actually stay on top of your game? This tutorial or this lesson is going to be very critical. When I mean critical, I mean very important for people, even teenagers, for adult people who want to improve their grades even in school. It really helped me when I was in school some years ago. I was a low performer in school, and I thought to myself, how can I improve my grades? And it was more or less a very difficult task, I would say, when I started. But I got to discover these techniques I'm going to share with you in just a few minutes from now, and it improved my life until now. I am added valuably to my life. And that's why I'm taking time to share also with you. Number one is for you to be able to achieve result, for you to be able to achieve what you need to achieve. Rule number one, you have to ask yourself, what is my ideal self? Now, your ideal self is different from the definition of just self, which is a structure that contains the organized and stable content of your thought. Your ideal self is simply the kind of girl, the kind of man, the kind of boy, the kind of woman you would love to be. That is where your ambition stays. That is where your dreams live. They live in an idealistic state. Everyone, we have wishes. Everyone has dreams. I'm sure if I would want to ask you watching me what your dreams are, what your expectations are. You would say, fine, I want to maybe, if you're someone who loves cars, I would love to drive some very nice cars. I would love to live in a house that is made of glass, made of gold. I want to marry a very, tall girl, handsome guy. Everyone will have dreams, will have wishes, will have desires. And that is your self-ideal. Your ideal self is what you aim to achieve, what you desire to achieve, what you desire to accomplish. So first you need to ask yourself these questions. You need to get a biro, and you need to get a piece of paper, or maybe you need to get your jotter, and you ask yourself, in my academics, what do I want? I want to have excellent grades. I want to graduate top of my class. I want to do excellently well in specific courses that you know are very particular to you. In your business, what do you expect? Oh, you want to stand out. In your marriage life, what do you expect? What are your wishes? What are your ambitions? What color of paint would you want to paint your house, and so on? But moving beyond self-ideal, the next is you need to ask yourself, what is my self-image? What is the image? What is the mental picture that I have created for myself? Let's take, for example, your self-ideal. Your ambition is to marry a girl who is tall, who is very beautiful, who is fair. Or let's say you want to make excellent grades in school. Now, that is just your self-ideal. This your self-ideal should be able to give you a mental picture of yourself. You begin to visualize, you begin to have a mental picture, representation of that self-ideal. So your self-image is simply the mental representation of how you picture yourself. So the question is, how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself different from what you actually idealize? You cannot idealize, you cannot imagine yourself as someone who wants to achieve greatness, as someone who wants to make an impact, and what you are, and then how you picture yourself is different from what you are idealizing about yourself. You see, at that point there is no how would I say it, there is no there's a problem there between how you are seeing yourself and what you want to achieve. So both of them work hand in hand, that if you are actually visualizing, you are aiming to achieve greatness, you are aiming to do something great, how you picture yourself should be synonymous, should be in harmony with how you have idealized or how you have actually seen yourself. So your self-ideal gives birth to your self-image. Your self-image is a product of your self-ideal. Now, moving beyond self-image, your self-image is what gives birth to your self-esteem. Your self-esteem is simply the emotional representation of how you weigh yourself. How do you weigh yourself? It has to do with how much you love yourself. Self-esteem has to do with how much you love or hate yourself. Now the question is, many people have feelings or struggle with feelings of hate, struggle with feelings of disappointment, struggle with feelings of negative feelings, negative emotions, and so on and so forth. Now, for such people, the question is, what is your self-ideal? Because I know if I want to ask questions, if I want to go further, you tell me beautiful dreams, you tell me your beautiful aspirations, you tell me how ambitious and how you want life to be. Now, how you picture yourself is how you will weigh yourself. If you picture yourself to be a failure, you have automatically done what? You have considered yourself inferior. You have considered yourself not valuable. And that is your self-esteem. Your self-esteem begins to go down, begins to get poor, begins to deplete. Now, if you have a good self-esteem, if you love yourself, then you should picture yourself in a very different and dynamic way. If you love yourself, then you should be able to say, this is the image I have built around myself. I've built the image of victory. I've built the image of success. I've built the image of an achiever. I've built the image of a goal getter. I've built the image of a goal setter. I've built the image of someone who can actually go in and cause a change and make a difference. Then how you picture yourself cannot be too far from your self-ideal, cannot be too far from your ambitions, your aspirations. If they are far, that means there is a problem somewhere. So I want you to take your time. I want you to ask yourself today, how much do I love myself? What is happening around me? How do I love myself? Then ask yourself, what pictures, what mental pictures am I creating around myself? Around myself, around my situation. You need to ask yourself again, what is my self-ideal? What do I want out of life? Do I want to be great? Do I want to be an innovator? Do I want to be an achiever? Do I want to achieve results? What changes do I want? And you begin to build a picture around yourself, the picture of the change. Everything begins in the mental realm. Success, before success is manifested, you have to think it first. You have to think it first. Before success is manifested, you have to think it first. You have to think through it first. Because whatever is in your heart, whatever you produce in your heart is going to be what is reflected for the world to see. So I want to tell you today, if you have ever thought suicidal, if you have ever had negative thought, if you have ever felt depressed, if you have ever felt you can do better, you need to ask yourself, is that what I would really want about life? And I want to tell you, in fact, what I'm going to do now is use the comment section. Just look below, use the comment section, and just tell me your aspirations. Tell me the wonderful things you would love to achieve about life. Tell me the beautiful things you would want to get. Then I'm going to reply to your comment. I'm going to read them, and I'm going to take my time. I'm going to reply all, and I'm going to also check, and I'll be asking series of questions such as, apart from writing this, how are you picturing yourself? Are you picturing yourself as one who can achieve these goals? As one who could achieve these set targets? If you want to make a difference, if you want to change your life, if you want to change your thinking, it has to begin with your self-ideal. Your self-ideal is more or less like a vision. It's what guides, it's what directs, it's what shows you the path, it's what shows you where you should go to, it's what shows you how far you should go and what you should achieve and what you should aim for. What is the mental picture that you are creating about yourself? What is your self-image? Is your image, the image you're seeing around yourself, is it that of success, or is it that of failure? Is it that of an achiever, or is it that of one who cannot actually stand up in the midst of competition? What do you see about yourself? How much do you love yourself? How do you weigh yourself? How do you take yourself? Are you easily depressed? If you are easily depressed, then look at your ideal self. Is that the kind of girl you want to be? Is that the kind of man you want to be? Is that the kind of woman you want to be? If you are one who feels bad about any situation, if you are one who has given up on life, ask yourself, is that the kind of person I would want to be? Is that the kind of life I would want to be? Begin to challenge yourself. Begin to say, no, this is not the kind of life I want. I want to be rich. I want to achieve success. I want to make a difference. I want to be heard. I want to affect lives positively. I want to touch lives positively. If these are your dreams, then what picture are you creating about yourself? Apart from the pictures that you are creating about yourself, you need to ask yourself, how much do I love myself? Be inspired to make a difference. Please subscribe to my channel to stay informed, to stay updated regarding videos, inspiring videos I'm going to bring in your way. Just click on the subscribe button. If you find the content valuable, please share, like, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Please subscribe. I really appreciate it if you find this content valuable, and do not forget to leave your comment below. I'm going to reply. I'm going to tell you strategies, techniques that you could use, more strategies for personal development. I'm also going to be doing some recommendations for you, books you could read, and also audios and videos you could listen to. Bye for now. Please subscribe. Bye.